Good morning, students. Yesterday class we discussed about message integrity protocols, then public key distribution, network layer security. Today class we will discuss about transport layer security, application layer security, and finally firewall. First, transport layer security. How we are giving the security to the transport layer, which means that transport layers security are designed to provide security at the transport layer level. TLS was derived from a security protocol called SSL, that is Secure Service Layer. TSL ensures that no third party may eavesdrop or tamper with any message. There are several benefits in this TLS. One is encryption, then interoperability, algorithm flexibility, ease of development, then ease of use. Encryption in the sense the TLS or SSL can help to secure the transmitted data with the help of encryption techniques, and it will transmit the given message in secure manner from one user to another. Interoperability in the sense web browser including Microsoft IE and most operating system and other web servers, it can support any kind of platforms. That's why it is called interoperability. Then algorithm flexibility, it provides a operation for authentication mechanism, encryption mechanisms, and hashing algorithms that are used during the secure session. Then ease of development, many applications TLS or SSL temporarily on a Windows Server 2003 operating system. So it is very easy for the development of SSL and TSL. Ease of use, because the TLS or SSL beneath the application layer, it is very nearer to the user, so most of the operations are completely invisible to the client. Then the working of TLSs, whenever the client connect to server, the client will be something, the client sends number of specifications, the versions of SSL, then which zipper shoots and what will be the compression method it wants to use. Normally, the server checks what is the highest SSL and TSL version is that is supported by both the client and server, and picks the zipper shoot from one of the client option and optionally picks a compression method also. After this basic step is over, then client provides its certificate. This certificate must be trusted either by the client itself or a third party that the client trusts. Having verified the certificate and being certain the server really is who he claims to be, a key is exchanged. This can be a public key, pre-master secret, or simply nothing depend upon the ciphers tool. In this context, both the client and server can now compute the key for symmetric encryption. The handshaking is finished, then the two hosts can communicate securely. To close a connection by finishing TCP connection, both the sides will know the connection was improperly terminated. The connection cannot be compromised by this through merely interrupted. So this is the way the TLS working. Then the next topic is application layer security. It refers to the way of protecting web application. Application layer is the topmost layer. It is at layer 7 of OSI model. So we are providing the security for application layers from malicious attack. So as the name implies that it is security provided by the application program itself. For example, a data warehouse using internally maintained access control list to limit the user access to files, records, and other things. Applying security at the application level makes it possible to deal with any number of security requirements and accommodate additional requirements as they come along. This scenario works particularly well for when all the application are contained on a single host or secure intranet is used, but it comes problematic when one attempts to extend its functionality across the internet to thousand number of peoples and applications. Traditionally, the security in these environments have been addressed in a proprietary fashion within the application themselves, but this is rapidly changing. The distributed nature of application on the internet has given rise to several standardized solutions designed to replace these ad hoc vendor specific security mechanism and other things, because the application layer is the closest layer to the end user. It provides hackers with the largest threat surface. Poor application layer security can lead to performance and stability issues. Example of application layer attacks are distributed denial of service, then HTTP floods, SQL injection, then cross-site scripting, parameter tampering, then slow loris attack. So these are all the attacks of application layers happened in the top level. So we should avoid those attacks with the help of the mechanisms, different security mechanisms already we have seen in cryptography. So with that we can secure our application itself. Then the next topic is firewall. So from the name we are getting that it acts as a barrier between your intranet and internet. Firewall can be either a software based or hardware based. It is used to help to keep your network, intra-network with the secure manner. A system designed to prevent an unauthorized access to and from a private network. The firewall can be implemented in terms of hardware or in terms of software, whatever may be the thing. So, one of the major challenges that companies face when trying to secure their sensitive data is finding the right tool for the job. Even for a common tool such as firewall, many businesses might not have clear idea of how to find the right firewall for their needs and how to configure those firewalls and why such firewall might be necessary. So we are not having a clear cut idea for the usage of firewalls. Anyway, the primary goal of the firewall is to block the malicious traffic requests and data packets while allowing legitimate traffic through in the network. So, firewall is a device that provides secure connectivity between the network. It may be an internal or it may be an external. It is working in between them to provide the security. It is used to implement and enforce a security policy between the networks. Then a firewall may be the hardware or software or sometimes maybe the both, that is used to prevent unauthorized program or internet users from accessing a private networks or a single computer. So only it will protect our organization or sometimes it may be a single computer. All the messages are leaving or entering the intranet pass through only the firewall, which examines each and every message and blocks those that do not meet the specified security criteria. So firewall itself having the set of rules. Whenever any incoming packets or outgoing packets enters the firewall, automatically it will checks the rules with that. If any match found, then it allows the packet. Otherwise, it discard the packets. So, who do we need firewall? Why do we need firewall? So, to protect our confidentiality, the information, those who do not explicitly need to access it need this firewall. So, some of the times we have to protect our networks from the malicious users or some outsiders of the networks. So, we need some firewall techniques. already I told that we are using two forms of firewalls, either it may be the hardware or software firewall. So if it is a hardware firewall, it is a physical device, it can be installed between your modem and computer, then it has been incorporated into broadband router being used to share the internet connection, then protects the entire networks. So usually compared to software firewall, it is more expensive and hard to configure. Example for this is Cisco Pix, NetScreen, then Watchfrog, etc. Then the software firewall, it is just a simple software application. It acts as a firewall. Then it is installed onto the computer system that you wish to protect. So protecting a single system. So this is usually the computer modem act as the firewall in between your intranet and internet. So intranet is an only specifically used for your organization network. Usually it is an less expensive and easy to configure. That's why we are using software firewalls rather than hardware firewalls. The example is Norton Internet Security and McAfee Internet Security. The most widely used is McAfee Internet Security compared to other firewalls. Then there are basic types of firewalls available. One is packet filtering, then application gateway, circuit level gateway, then basin host. So we will discuss one by one. First one is packet filtering. So from seeing the diagram we can easily understand how the packet or filtering in this firewall section. So if any packet enters or any packets leaves the firewall, so first it should check whether it satisfies the rules or not. If it satisfies, then immediately it allows, otherwise it discards. This is the way the firewall works in this packet filtering. It looks at each packet entering or leaving the network and accepts or rejects based upon that user defined rules. So here the firewall having a set of rules that should be defined only by the user, who are all the organization of the owner or admin can define the rules for this firewall. Then packet filtering is fairly effective and transparent to user, but it is very difficult to configure because each and every rule is framed by the user alone. So in addition, it is susceptible to IP spoofing. So for this cons, we can move to the next one, application gateway. In such type of firewall, remote host or network can interact only with the proxy server. The proxy server is proxy in the sense additional. Instead of that, it means that. So a proxy server is responsible for hiding the details of internal networks, that is intranet. Instead of that, it will act as the source, then it will respond to that message. User uses TCP applications such as FTP telnet servers for this purpose. So from this diagram we can easily understand how the application level gateway will work. So if any of the users they are trying to send some packets, then automatically it does deal with that application level layer protocols. Then they have to verify whether we can allow or deny the particular message. So this is very effective but can impose a performance degradation because all should be in the application level, in the sense already we are dumping the application layer with so many of the functionalities. So that's why, so this imports some performance degradation. So we are moving to the next firewall, that is circuit level firewall. This can be a standalone system or it can be some specialized function performed by the application level gateway for certain application. So it is not an end-to-end connection, and we are having in some set of TCP connections for supporting the circuit level. A typical use of circuit level gateway is situation in which the system administrator trusts the internal user. The gateway can be configured to application level or proxy services inbound via on the circuit, outbound and level connections. So if you are having any inside host in your organization, it will send the connection. Then in your circuit levels, then it will check whether it will reaches any one of the incoming nodes in your circuit level, then automatically whichever outgoing nodes are free, so it will communicates through that nodes and finally it reaches that outside host. Then last type of firewall is basing host. So it is a special purpose computer on a network specifically designed and configured to withstand the attack. So whatever the package we are sending, first of all that should be transmitted to the basing host, then it will reaches your private network. So from seeing the diagram we can easily understand whatever the package we are receiving from the internet, that should be received by your bashing host. Then after that it will make the decision either we can transmit to that private network or not. So it generally hosts a single application, provides a platform for application gateway and circuit level gateway. It supports limited or specific application to reduce the threat to the computer. It includes the application telnet, SMTP and FTP protocols. So we have seen four different types of firewalls. So among them Bayesian is the best one because it acts as a separate system to protect our organization network or intranet. Thank you. That's all about your fifth unit. Thank you.